The Nintendo Switch 2 is officially won. I may be a teeny little bit late to this party, but it's crazy to think here we are, 1 year later, with the Nintendo Switch 2. And it's been a banner of a great first year for Switch 2. You start out with Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza. In the midway point, you got Pokemon Legends EA, Kirby Air Riders, Metro Prime 4. And then to close off the end of its first year, Pokotopia and Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. Oh, and I also forgot about the greatest Switch 2 game of all time. I can't forget about this on the Switch 2 birthday, and you know exactly what game I'm talking about. And I'm not talking about Dragon Drive, I'm talking about Welcome Tour. So, for the Switch 2 1 year anniversary festivities, I wasn't exactly sure what to do for this video. So I did an S tier ranking system of all first party games released on Switch 2. So we're going to rank everything from S, A, B, C, D, F, and haven't played. Now, I've pretty much played all of these games that are here for the first party releases. Looking at 4 of them right now, but there's definitely some A tiers and some S tiers. So yeah, let's get into it. Mario Kart World, S tier, absolutely. Welcome Tour. It should have been a packing game, but it did highlight some of the system's kind of unique functionality to go over kind of that. I'm gonna be generous. It's definitely not an F tier, but I would say between C or D. I'm going to be generous. I'm going to put it in the C. Okay. Okay, next we got Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So Breath of the Wild is probably my favorite out of the two. I like Tears of the Kingdom. I like the whole underground area and the Sky World and all that stuff. But I almost felt like it was almost like too big. And I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but to me it was just kind of like, whoa. It was fun, but I really feel like when Breath of the Wild first released, that first initial experience of coming out of the cavern, seeing the world, it had a much bigger impact. Tears of the Kingdom just expanded on that lore and did a great job, especially, getting Ganondorf in there fully and all that stuff. But for these two versions, these are the Switch 2 editions. So we're not going to go by how they were in the first appeal. These are the Switch 2 editions, so we're going to be ranking them by, the 60 FPS, all that glory of the native upscaling 4K. The Breath of the Wild disappoints me a little bit, only because the Switch 2 edition doesn't come with the DLC. I don't know why. The game here in Canada, I think, was $114.99, and it doesn't include the DLC. So if you got this version, you have to buy the DLC again. So because of that, I'm going to put it right in the B tier. And then for Tears of the Kingdom, S tier. GameCube Online, oh, S tier. Absolutely S tier. Donkey Kong Bonanza, nah, S tier. That was a pretty fun game. I love that so much. Mario Party Jamboree. So this is another unique one. This game, again, we're not going to go by the first initial reaction when it first came out for Switch 1. This one just included, oh no, what's going on? We're just going to, this version just came with extra DLC, that involved the Switch 2 camera that nobody really bought. But I will say, I played a little bit of it, and it's still the same thing. I think it runs a little bit better, or that could just be my imagination. But the added mini games, they're fun, but you wouldn't play them by yourself, if that makes sense. Like it's more fun if you got somebody there. But I'll probably throw this one B tier. B tier sounds suitable for this one. Okay, next we got Dragon Drive. This is based on a in real life wheelchair basketball sport. A little bit more futuristic, but not as like futuristic as Rocket League. But this game utilizes the feature of the mouse side of the Joy-Con, where you kind of take it and you slide it around like that. But you got to use two of them, and you got to really give it to her like when you're going. And I mean, it's fun, but like, you know, once that like the novelty wears off, like it's more of like a novelty game. Yeah, and I mean, like, it's fun, but like it's not something I'll probably play again. So I'm gonna probably put that one, like, if it was me, maybe D. Like, it's not a bad game, but it's, you know, it's like one of those games you know, pick up and play maybe like once in a blue moon, just to kind of, for that charm of that Joy-Con feature for this one. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Now, actually, this one I haven't got around to playing. I played Kirby Forgotten Land. I love Kirby, but I never ever did get the Switch 2 version with the DLC. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put this one in. Haven't played. Now, Kirby itself, Forgotten Land, great game. I loved it, and I really hope that's another, you know, way they'll tackle Kirby game, a later Kirby game down the road. I would love to see it. But I never did get a chance to play the Switch 2 edition for the Star Road, so I have no idea what it's like. Just never got around to it. Pokemon Legends ZA. So this one is an interesting one. This is a cross-gen game that was released on Switch 1 and Switch 2 day and date. It's another game I never really got a chance to put a lot of time into. But you know, it's been fun. I think Arceus is a little better in my opinion, but you know, Legends EA does have a bit of charm from what I've played. You know, I got myself a Beedrill in that game, and he's been wrecking havoc against trainers. But for me, I'd say A tier. A tier is a nice, probably that's a really good spot, I think, for that one. Kirby Air Riders. This was one of the games I was looking forward to when they showed off that Switch 2 Direct. Oh, man. I love this game. For me, S tier. For some people, maybe A tier. But S tier, 100% for me. Metroid Prime 4. Another cross-gen game that was released day and date for Switch 1 and Switch 2. This is, I would say, a controversial game. Some people have mixed feelings on it. I thought it was great. It's a little bit different from Metroid itself. Like, you know, you got NPCs in there. It's more, it almost got more of like a Halo vibe to it. And I'm a sucker for Halo, old school Halo. But you know, it was kind of fun. You know, I liked the way the world was built and designed. It's definitely like a step in a good direction, I think, for Prime. There's a lot of things I would change. Like, I think, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of how to explain this. Like, and not to sound like a live service person, but I think for a feature, I think they should add some type of like online mode, like a team deathmatch or something, just to kind of throw in to kind of, like, I feel like this would have been a really good game for Switch Online if they had some, you know, multiplayer stuff, because it would have been Nintendo's first-person shooter type game for an online experience while still having that unique story. Now, again, it's controversial. Some people don't like it. You know, some people do. I'm one of the people that did enjoy it. There's a couple of things, again, that I would tweak for the story, but for the most part, I liked it. I thought the graphics were freaking beautiful. You know, seeing that on my OLED TV, oh man, I loved it. This was a game I got for Christmas, you know, thanks to me, Mom. But it was a very, very fun game for me. I don't think it would be an S tier game, but I'm gonna put it with the A. Definitely an A tier game. Switch 2 Animal Crossing New Horizons Edition. This one never got around to playing it, because when it comes to these type of games, I've been putting a lot of time into Poketopia. Mario Tennis Fever. This is another one. Never got a chance to play yet. It was on my radar to get. Some things came up. Never had a chance to get it myself. For what I've seen, like it looked fun. I don't know if there's really any like back and forth stuff on it or how people are viewing this game. But again, it's just a game I never had a chance to play yet. But some point down the road, I'm sure I will. And yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X, definitely an S tier game. I am a sucker for Xenoblade Chronicles. I will say I'm a I'm a newer fan to the series. My first entry that I got to actually fully play through and enjoy, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I loved it. I spent 2 months into that game. It was phenomenal. Great storytelling, great visuals, and it was just so much fun. And then after that, I got to go through the first game. Never did I get a chance to play the second game. I heard that one is kind of back and forth a bit due to like I think something about it being slower pace and it's a lot grindier than the other two. But Chronicles was a really fun spin-off. I really enjoyed it, and it's definitely going to be up in that S tier rank for me, 100%. Pokemon Pokopia, S tier. This game, I think this game is the hidden gem of the Switch too. Like I know when it first got showing off, seeing the Ditto, the weird kind of art style, like his human form and stuff, like it kind of threw people off, you know. And it was kind of like, oh, okay, Pokemon Animal Crossing, but it is so fun. It is such a fun game, you know. And if I was doing videos back then, that's definitely a video I would have covered 100% going over it. You know, maybe I will. Maybe I'll do a video like, I don't know, Pokopia 6 months later kind of thing. But that game is 100% a hidden gem. A lot of fun. And yeah, that is definitely an S tier for me, 100%. Mario Brothers Wonder. So this is a very interesting game for me. When it first came out, I never did finish it. I liked it. I think the art style was really good for it. I'm a little bit sad about, you know, the original voice actor for Mario not being a part of it anymore. But, you know, the new person they got for him, you know, it sounds just like him, right? But from when I played on Switch 1, this was a really, really cool game. And I even remember watching like Alex's CND, one of his vlogs about it. Like he was at like Nintendo New York when they had the big old thing on the go for it, and that was really cool to watch. But this game, I never ever did get to finish it, and I was doing a co-op let's play for a co-op channel I had, but that, you know, took a little bit south just because of we all couldn't get together at the time anymore and all that stuff. But for what I played, it was fun. Unfortunately, this is another game I just never got around to playing, the Switch 2 edition. It has like a whole new world to it. I watched Chicken Dog stream of it for a little bit, and it looked pretty fun from what I've seen, but I never ever did get around to getting it myself. So this is unfortunately another game that's going to have to go to the haven't played section. I do apologize. And now we have Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. So I love Yoshi games. Yoshi's Island, especially, is probably my favorite. It's probably one of my favorite Yoshi games. Now the one on Switch, I haven't played it in a while. I think was Crafted World. I get Woolly World and that one mixed up. I liked Woolly World. That was pretty fun on Wii U. Unless I'm thinking of Crafted World, but I'm pretty sure Woolly World was the one for Wii U. For Switch, I enjoyed Crafted World. This one, I like the art style. I do like the art style for it because every Yoshi game I find they're always changing up the art style. Like it's a whole, like it's almost like it's like a storytelling adventure. Like it's meant to kind of, like you know, Yoshi's either in a book with like these art styles from the 64 days. Yoshi's Woolly World, he's made of like yarn. Crafted World, paper craft kind of stuff going on there. And then this one kind of goes back to that 64 kind of style where it's like hand drawn, but it's almost a mix of that and Mario Wonder style. Now, I will say, it's a fun game. I wouldn't put it up there as one of my favorite Yoshi games. It's I wouldn't say it's not as like an adventure game as other Yoshi. Like there's still like a story obviously to it and some type of adventure. But it focuses more on like puzzle solving rather than a flat out adventure like Yoshi's Island. But it's still a great game. Probably I would say B tier for me. But again, it's still a really good game. And that is my first party ranking S tier system for the Switch 2 anniversary celebration. But I do got one more thing I wanted to put in this video, and it's kind of special to me. Like, it's something I tried doing originally from my old channel Zothis, but now I got it kind of archived a little bit. You can still go on and look at some old videos I did on there, but you know, it's just something that never ever did come out. I wasn't like a fan of how it was, and the clips are too short to really even make a video out of it. But I can add them to here, so that's what I'm gonna do. So in the next little part of this video, it's going to be almost like it's gonna be like a little vlog I did of waking up here where I live in the morning, because we never had a midnight launch. We had a early morning opening at my local GameStop in the mall. So myself and my partner, who you won't really see in the video, she's a little bit camera shy, we pretty much go down, get our Switches with our friends and our local little Nintendo community, and it was a pretty good experience. I thought back then I recorded a lot more, but I never. So there's not much here, and again, this is why I never really did get a chance to release it on that old channel, because you know, it's not a lot to get out of it. It's maybe like 2 minutes of like clips, but I'm gonna attach it to here, you know, just for to kind of look back on. I think it kind of makes sense to kind of fit them here, but don't judge too hard. Again, this is my first time, you know, doing a vlog. I probably won't ever do it again, because unless I actually get the camera equipment, then I'll try my hands at doing it again. But you know, it was shot on my old iPhone 13 Pro, so you know, don't judge too hard. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this next little segment or montage of clips for like a little vlog style I did for the Switch 2 launch day.
Okay, good morning. It is 3:30 in the morning. It is June 5th, the launch day for the Nintendo Switch 2. I am very excited, also very tired. I am just waking up. Me and my partner are just getting ready now to go down and go to the mall, go to our local GameStop and line up for the experience with the, you know, our little Nintendo community we got going on here in Newfoundland. Yeah, our GameStop is open up at 8 instead of doing a midnight launch. Unfortunately, where it is in the mall, we never got to have the midnight launch here, but I am still very excited for our little 8 a.m. opening morning, so this is going to be fun. You excited for the Switch 2? The Switch 2? You excited for the Switch 2? Yeah, it's going to be a fun morning.
All right, Jacqueline, now that we're on the way to the Switch 2 event, what are you looking forward to the most with this whole console?
Definitely Mario Kart World, for sure.
Mario Kart World? Yeah. I agree. I'm looking forward to that. Up to 24 people, that's insane. The online's going to be crazy for this thing.
I'm also looking forward to playing GameCube games again, especially Wind Waker, so I can't wait to play that again as well.
That's gonna be fun. I think of myself, like, I'm looking forward to Mario Kart World. Donkey Kong Bonanza's coming out in July. The GameCube games are gonna be sick. We got Kirby Air Riders, a sequel to Kirby's Air Ride, coming out. I've been waiting for something like this ever since playing on the GameCube. That's gonna be great.
That's gonna be fun.
Oh, there's just so many games I'm looking forward to.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I mean, like, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are getting free upgrades for Switch 2, which is great. They definitely need it.
Yep.
Yeah, we got Street Fighter 6. I kind of wish it was all on the game cart, but it's just going to be, you know, we just download it, and like it is what it is. I'm not like too like hurt over it. I don't think I'm gonna buy a lot of games that are doing this, but Street Fighter 6 is one of those games I was like, okay, I really want to play this on Switch 2. I never got to experience Street Fighter 6 yet, so this is the best way for me to experience it.
Definitely.
And then of course you got, you know, the Zelda, the two Zelda games for Switch 1. They got their physical releases for the Switch 2 edition, 60 FPS, 4K. The stupid phone app integration, but you know, it's fun. We'll try it out. Something fun to do, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, we're almost there now. We'll see you guys there. All right, it's 5:30 at the Avalon Mall here for the Nintendo Switch 2. Still got another couple hours left to wait. A little bit cold out. The door should open up at 6, and then we can kind of camp outside by the GameStop. Okay, just got back from GameStop and we got our Switches secured out in the trunk. It was a crazy lineup. I couldn't record much in there due to the security and stuff, but it was a great time hanging out with the Nintendo community here at the Avalon Mall. And I'll show you guys everything now when I get home. Okay, we just got back from the Switch 2 launch at the GameStop in the Avalon Mall. As you can see behind me, not a bad day. So yeah, there's my little Switch 2 vlog I did back for the Switch 2 launch. You know, it was fun. You know, I thought I had a lot more still, but I guess I never. And there definitely was things I wanted to record while I was in the mall, but I wasn't allowed. But I did get like a little side shot of, you know, our local GameStop that's in the mall. But man, it was a really good time. You know, a lot of special memories from that day. Myself, my partner, you know, me and her both had a really good time. Our friend group that we're in, we all enjoyed it. And even for what I remember, I don't really remember everyone I got to meet down there, but the little Nintendo community that's here in Newfoundland in the St. John's part. Now there's multiple GameStops around me, but that's our main one. But the ones who went there, you know, everyone was super nice. Everyone was super excited to get their hands on a Switch 2. And it was a really good experience. And I'm glad I got to kind of relive that through these little clips. And now you guys can too. But yeah, it's been a really good year for the Switch 2. You know, I look forward to see what the second year of Switch 2 will bring. Star Fox is right around the corner. You know, Splatoon Raiders, a couple of others, and I'm sure there's gonna be more that's gonna be listed off. Maybe this week. You know, maybe this week there's gonna be a Nintendo Direct, or the following week. It is that time of the year. But thank you guys so much for watching. And you know, if you liked the video, please drop a like. Make sure to subscribe. And if you have any memories yourself you want to share for your Switch 2 1-year anniversary, or even the Switch 2 launch day, you know, leave it in the comments. Let me know. I love hearing stories about other people's, you know, memories from their experience for the Switch 2 launch. You know, hits the heart. You know, it's homey, right? It's just, I don't know, something about it. It was just a really fun experience. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.